I don't know, you go and buy your favorite white Suburban, truck, and
Yes.
you're like so excited about having this new car, and you're like, it's so cool, it's so unique, and then all of a sudden you see white Suburban,
Everywhere. You're like, everyone
everywhere,
has
white Suburban.
one.
And so the reticular activating system helps you to pay attention
Yes.
to what you're grateful for.
Well, it's the gatekeeper of the mind, and it's a bundle of nerves that decides what information to let in. So we're exposed to something like 40 billion bytes of information per second. And so the reticular activating system has to decide what's important and what's not. Now, that's a lot of information, right? So if you think about, I always kind of look at it as a bouncer standing on the door of a nightclub, and they can only let a certain amount of people in, and there's like thousands of people outside. How do they decide who to let in? Well, they have to have maybe a dress code or a
I was like,
certain
the
type of
women is who
people.
they
The
let in.
women.
The women is who they let in.
So it basically decides because of what you focus on, right? So if we look at when we wake up in the morning, and most of us just go to worry because our brain has a bias for negativity. Like Rick Hansen used to say, our brain is like Velcro for negative experiences, and it's like Teflon for positive ones.
Right.
And if you think about it, like if you went out and had the most amazing day ever, and you met girlfriends you hadn't seen in years, and you had this wonderful lunch, and you got back to your car and it had been towed. Now, are you going to tell the next 3 people about the most amazing day you've had with your girlfriends, or are you going to tell them about your car being towed? So that's why negative experiences tend to be, in us. We talk about them a lot more. We tell everybody about them.
Well,
So,
it's because it's evolutionary.
Yes.
Because our brain is built to exist 5, 10, 20,000 years ago is the way their brain is built. And so our brain is built to recognize threat, threat, threat,
Yes.
threat, threat. But most of the time it's like, okay, but that's not a threat. You could look at the wires on the wall behind you and be like, somebody might murder me with those, but it's not actually a threat.
Right.
But we go instantly to that threat zone, and we have to intentionally say, stop, and flip it back to the
Yes.
prefrontal cortex.
So turning that back on and seeing how we can shift is like when we start our day with gratitude, we're telling the reticular activating system, these kind of experiences and feelings are important for me. And your reticular activating system goes, oh, okay, I'm going to go search out those feelings.